Moving on now to Zambia, where a major new railway revamp deal has just been struck with China. The $1.4 billion agreement was also signed with Tanzania and will modernise the TAZARA railway, linking landlocked Zambia to the Indian Ocean. The railway was first financed by China back in the 1970s and facilitates the export of copper and fuel throughout Tanzania. It remains a critical trade route from Africa's second largest copper producer. Ahead of his visit to South Africa for the G20 Summit, Chinese Premier Li Qiang visited Zambia, where he met with President Hakainde Hichilema. This was the first such visit in almost 30 years, and during the meeting, Chinese Premier Li lauded his nation's partnership with Zambia.
China is a good brother, good friend, and good partner of Zambia. We would like to further cement political mutual trust, firmly support each other's core interests and major concerns, and steadily enrich our comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership. We want to work with Zambia to advance the cause of modernization, to build an even stronger China-Zambia community with a shared future.
And the modernisation is expected to have major impacts on efficiency. The China Railway Cooperation says work on more than 1,800 kilometres of railway will include the rehabilitation of stations, tracks, tunnels, bridges and other key infrastructure. And the revamp is expected to see freight volumes increase from 100,000 tonnes annually to a mammoth 2.4 million tonnes per year once the project is complete. Li's visit to Zambia comes at a significant time for the Southeast African nation. The country is emerging from a financial crisis, with the Zambian president thanking China for its roles in the nation's debt restructuring. And this marks another model example of Chinese President Xi Jinping's Belt and Road Initiative. The initiative is a global infrastructure and investment strategy, which expands trade routes and strengthens China's economic and political influence. And China has been deepening its foothold in the African continent. On Monday, Zambia issued a license to China for a $1.1 billion crude oil refinery and energy complex, while Chinese companies have invested $6 billion in the country over the past 2 decades, almost exclusively in the metal sector. And this isn't just a one-off. African nations have been turning their back on Western support en masse. African countries have more commonly been turning to China and notably also Russia for cooperation on trade, infrastructure, defence and security. And Li's visit was part of that push to deepen China's presence in the copper-rich nation, as Europe and the US vie to be alternative benefactors. For a country turning the corner following serious financial uncertainty, this deal offers fresh promise for Zambia in the longer term. But for China, this is not a one-off. Africa is a continent filled with opportunity, and the Asian powerhouse is placed front and centre to cash in.
I was a revolutionary. I became a ruler. I claimed to protect my people. I terrorized them instead. I built palaces. I started wars. I lost everything. Some called me a defender of Arab pride. History remembers me as a dictator.